playtester.
Oh god, we're still going live tonight.
Oh, would you prefer to play off stream?
No, it's fine. I'm just joking around.
Yeah, this is a playtest, so I need to study this for the future, and we'll see what happens.
I just assumed you were going to record this.
Yeah.
For a private.
Somebody posted on a game design post I made on Reddit a while ago. They're like, I would pay money to watch people test this system. It's like,
so
well,
put your money where your mouth is, motherfucker. Where's my money at?
All
Wait,
right.
quick, send the DM to him live on stream.
I will say it's so fucking terrifying. Like Dungeon Master. I'm not even doing that tonight. Hosting this group, because when I do D&D, I have like a stack of 6 books next to me, and whenever anyone asks me any question, I'm like, oh, that's in Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes on this page. Let me go find that, and yeah, this is your answer. And I have no books now. Everything is my brain. And it's this very free feeling where it's like the system is ours, but also there's not like that kind big brother D&D manual over your shoulder to help you out in tough moments.
You're skydiving with a homemade parachute.
Yeah! That's never... Wait. You taught me that terminal velocity is a thing, and people have fallen out of airplanes and haven't died before. Who even
Very rarely. That has happened, yeah.
Parachute.
If you fall fast enough at terminal velocity, you choke to death.
Wild.
Long enough, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because air can't really get any
Weak
longer
lungs
terminal
at
velocity.
Like I said, I'll be playing music using the jukebox feature from Roll20. If you want to join, you are welcome to, but you don't have to have Roll20 open tonight. Just be for atmosphere. And also my headphones turn off if I don't input noise into them. So we're going to start. Hello and welcome to the Ilderon Tales. We are playing not Dungeons and Dragons tonight. We are playing Ilderon Tales and Twist, our own homebrew system. The first time this has ever been streamed. I have a giant smile on my face, and this is so fucking exciting. I think we'll probably keep our PG-13 rating, even though this system is way less focused on violence and combat. So I will...
Ignore me.
I will say, if you are under the age of 14, stop and talk to your parents. And if you're unfamiliar with our setting or the game we're playing, fucking join the Discord and ask some questions, because who knows what's going to happen. If you can see, we're actually off Roll20, and we have a different VTT for tonight. That's a little bit strange. It's a open source system that allows us to be more customized with the mechanics of how we're handling things. So expect a little less visual assets tonight and more descriptions, and we're going to be using this VTT for a few sessions until we decide if we like it or not. So same general theme of same characters, same story. This is Stars and Coins, episode 19. But now that we're in a new system, we've kind of translated some of the abilities and translated some of the things each of these characters do into things more flavored with how Ilderon and its magic and its world functions. So some of what were character classes were before is gone with the wind. And now each character has a style that kind of applies to all of the abilities and things that they collect and do. And styles are much more free-formed, open building ideas of like a class light system. So Hope, who was a cleric, is now of the passion style. Laya, who was a warlock, is now a witch knight, or of the witch knight style, and Krishna, who was a ranger, has taken up the world walker style, and Easy, who was a barbarian, has taken up the battle bond style. And all of these give them bonuses and stuff to our cost reduction and discounts for buying skills. In the system, we kind of point by all of our playbooks together, and each of those abilities are like categorized, but anybody can buy any ability from anything. So we have characters now that are hopefully a little bit more shaped to the vision that players had of them, rather than shaped to the classes that Wizards of the Coast wanted them to play. So we're not going to do any character introductions or anything, because this is an ongoing campaign that we've translated. A very, 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 very quick recap. This group is currently in the nation of Red Axe. They are trying to create the conditions for a revolution and rebellion in the country. They are setting fires and causing chaos, and partnering with other people who are trying to do the same. And the ultimate goal is to essentially weaken the grip of the current government enough that the people have a chance to form their own resistance to everything going on here. As to why the Wonderkin that the party is working with are doing this, I don't think anyone has asked yet. It's mostly, I think, assumed for shits and giggles.
No. We did ask. She wants to like overthrow the oppressive regime of Red Axe, and she's hoping something else will come into place. That is what we were told.
Yeah, but I still don't think. What I'm saying is, I don't think anybody asked why she wants that. And that's still unknown. But yes, you are correct. That is what she is trying to do, the Alarith, the lady that you are working with. So currently, the party is just north of the city of Southcrest. Alarith has her agents working in the region of Southcrest, essentially continuing this chaos campaign. And the leader of Southcrest is not very happy that she is essentially being dragged into whatever the shenanigans are going on here, because she is in a much more geographically dangerous position, potentially serving as the war front for any outbreak or clash or battles that would happen. The people who surround the city, the different tribes, are definitely have been feeling the brunt of the rule of the consummate, and are growing fed up with it. And Alarith's goals has been to push them all into the city. As for what that has resulted in, mostly these people have been stripped of all of their resources, stripped of all of their important community members, and the individuals that are coming to the city are definitely beleaguered and eager for opportunities. And the way that has taken the shape, a desperation devil by the name of Kreldis has offered them the chance to get the ability to defend themselves and to improve their tribe's position. She taught them how to break into a rune vault, and steal a bunch of incredibly powerful runic weapons. And the deal they made was one of their leader's souls was sworn to this desperation demon, and he is sworn to an eternal hunt of the High Judge, a very powerful apocalyptic devil who is helping the Red Axe government essentially maintain hold over this region. He is sworn to kill it, and if he does not kill this demon, Kreldis will essentially be in charge of his soul for the rest of his astral existence. The party overheard this conversation between sister and brother, his sister trying to ask him to renege on this deal, and the brother being pretty headstrong about this being important to his people, and the party has decided to not only undergo the ritual of this tribe of people to gain a voice of authority in their community, but to also reach out to the desperation devil that has made a deal with these people. So in the Discord, we have gone back and forth 1,000 times over the contracts that were offered. Essentially, the desperation devil has heard the party and is responding to your desperation and is offering you the same opportunities, not exactly the same way, but essentially you get your desperate desire. In exchange, you hunt the High Judge for her. Easy was offered the ability to help with his current quest of getting a voice for a voice of authority within this group of people, and also rare materials for the weapon he's trying to craft. Easy has elected to decline the contract being offered to him. Aloe, for Laya, you've gone back and forth with Insomni, and the contract is in a state that you're comfortable with?
Yes, it's just I need to have the confirmation from the Kelkin lady whose brother's like attached to this whole thing. I don't have the names in front of me because I don't have my notes copied over. But
I gotcha.
basically, in order for me to go through with this contract and help her brother, since I'm putting my soul on the line, I basically am trying to agree to make her my informant. Like, she's going to have to agree to work for me and stay in the Kelkin for as long as I continue to live.
You're asking
'Cause I am-
Bassineth that?
Yes,
In front of... Well, Bassineth's not here. You guys...
she was here.
Yeah. Oh, she was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think... I think the Kelkin is always against making deals with Warborn. These are creatures born for a cosmic astral purpose that exceeds this plane, and Kelkin
not a
manual...
demon contract. I'm asking her to agree with me. Not like it's not part of the demon contract. The demon doesn't have any say in her deal with me.
We'll get to like this roleplay, but I'm saying I think if she's here watching all of this like go on, like, you know how the Hitchhiker's Guide has "Don't Panic" on the back cover, like in big bold letters, you know, first page of the inner cover of the Kelkin handbook. Don't make deals with extraplanar entities that you cannot begin to understand, is like the first page of the Kelkin handbook, and she's not going to stand by and watch you all make this deal, I think.
Okay.
So we can role play that, but I think if Bassineth is watching this, there's
Yes.
no moment that you get her to agree.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll pick up there then. Whew. It is the what day of Servant? It's the 11th of Servant. We are in the nation of Red Axe, just north of the city of Southcrest, in the wilds, on the mountain, or not on the mountain, but on the lowland slopes of Moto Malima. You are all together, and there is a rather uninterested and impatient warborn being in front of you, more commonly referred to as devils. I would say she's kind of like picking her nails and just like uninterested, grooming herself as Easy declines this contract, and Laya is going through like each piece of it. Basaneth, who has been there watching this, is going to say, "Don't be as stupid as Merrick. Don't do this."
Well,
I'm not.
Not you. You're good. You're smart.
Well, here's the thing, Bassinet. And you wish for us to be able to help your brother. The rest of your tribe. They've already made the contracts and already signed the deal. Their souls are forfeit unless another contract or deal is made to get them out of it. Right now, it's a lose-lose situation, and unless somebody takes a risk, nothing can progress and your people are doomed. What exactly do you have planned to help them?
She is going to look to Kreldis and say, surely it's not too soon to cancel his contract. Kreldis is going to shake her head and say, I delivered in full the information I promised him. He is currently sworn to the hunt. And
No.
And Basaneth is going to say, and if something happens to you, Kreldis takes a second and looks her over and said, if something happens to me, through the letter of his contract, his soul would be entrusted to the gatekeeper once more.
But then you would have to kill her on the bridge, which I don't believe you could do.
Not frankly convinced you could do it on this plane of existence by yourself.
Either, that's an additional point, but like, you could try to go to war against it, but it's even more foolhardy than try to go to war against the judge.
I think we're kind of at our first major conflict. Basaneth does not look like she's at all willing for this, and it is going to take some godly levels of reason checks if you want to even think about getting her on board. But I would say she is a step away from like walking away from all this.
Then yeah, I would like to. I would like to try.
Yeah, go for it. So roll me a reason check. Love, can you pass me my basic action sheet? Pretty please, thank you. No, it's fine. I don't know the system yet because we're in the middle of it. All right, so how this is going to work, reason checks are contested. using your world die. So you set your instinct to your world die, so go ahead and roll that. You're trying to beat a 8 currently.
For theological combat.
So, for me, I have logical reasoning, so I can use my expertise.
Yeah, go for it.
As like I just try to line out all the different ways in which this could go, the amount of power that she has available to her, and the understanding that there is no way out other than through this method. And it's like, yeah, just like, does she really want to see it end this way? I only got a 7. Because I only have a D8.
So wait, how do you have a D8? Did we start you at different dice?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
we did. Okay, cool. Which you come close, but again, Basaneth is going to say, there's always a way, and we're not going to get more tangled in that Warborn's web. I'll write to the quarters, but this isn't the way.
Could I try to do like different like clash checks, like using like voice and demoralize to try to lower her next like thing for the reason, as I just like basically just like there isn't a way. You can try to find it, but you walking away from the situation is the end of your brother's life and the conclusion of his contract. I can help. I've dusted through the details. I've done as much as I can. I've studied this type of language. I know how these things work. You leaving ruins any chance that he has, and it ends here.
Add a character, because we went over these things, right? We went over the contract. I forget. Is it pretty clearly worded that they just have to? Because I feel like we found out that the wording was kind of like it was tilted because like they have to kill the judge.
Yes.
So like he's kind of fucked anyway, because to do that they'd have to kill him twice.
No,
Yes,
they have to kill his mortal form here.
Oh, they just have to kill his mortal form?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I don't think they can do.
Well, then we have to try and make sure that they can. You know, that's the deal. The deal they made was to kill the judge, and if he wants to keep his mortal soul, then we kill the judge. You know, if he'd like to keep her brother out of damnation, no offense, then that's what we have to do. I guess one of us could step up and be all noble about it if it's just the one guy and become the one guy.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, we have a job to do.
Yeah.
Basaneth is going to have this very kind of not deadpan but drained expression on her face before she shakes her head and walks away into town, or into the village.
All right. Think that I look at the contract, I roll it up, I just keep it in my backpack in case I would need it in the future. Turn to what is her name? Kreldis? For now, I'll hold on to this in case I need it in the future.
No signature yet? You'll get more desperate.
Not yet.
We'll see each other soon. Hold on to that nice little piece of metal.
I might.
Kreldis is going to wave goodbye to the two of you, and in the same flame that she appeared in, she is going to burn away. I think you all left the medal with Matt. That cursed piece of ash vein.
Yes.
I
That
believe
sounds
so.
right.
Okay. I forgot to put a section for inventory on your sheet. So Matt, if you want to do your
It's
I
in
did.
notes.
Haha,
It's in
look at
notes.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on your sheet cursed ash vein. Ingot. And you all know a little bit more as to why it keeps telling you to do things now.
Yeah.
All right. So the party has currently 2 goals. Your main goal was to scout for information in Southcrest. Alarith wants to know the lay of the land and the political situation, so she knows where to send her agents to next to keep creating this firestorm. You all have a little more insight that Marissa is a force of admirable neutrality. So that is currently where you're at with Southcrest.
There is no admiral neutrality.
Admiral wasn't the word I wanted. Devout neutrality. There's like a word I'm thinking of that means like you are adamant neutrality. There we go. That you are adamant. She's very adamantly neutral right now. Your other goal, if you want to get some of these orcs, not orcs, we're not in D&D anymore, any of these Peloris onto your side from this tribe, you're contesting against Merrick. Merrick and Bassineth both have voices in this community. They are semi-democratic in terms of anyone can go and get one of these voices. You all know loosely what you need to do, but not exactly how to do it.
It's America before we decided to actually like give rights to everybody. You have to own land.
And by own land, it's
and have a Y chromosome.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, you are north of the city. What do you want to do?
She's supposed to help us. She was supposed to help us wrangle that ram.
She was.
So was the devil. And we're not allowed in, so.
We're gonna go wrangle a ram. At least I'm gonna go wrangle a ram.
I can't wrangle
I
a ram.
have in my notes that Easy is allowed in the city, or in the village.
No, but nobody else is.
Yeah.
Polora.
Somebody made friends with Rothrin,
That's probably me.
city guard.
He's the little one guy. He's a little guy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Love that guy.
Actually.
He's my bro.
Grothrin has a soft name. I forget what it means.
Soft name, hard heart.
Has a gentle name.
Well, I mean, Easy, you're welcome to go, but is there anything else that we can do?
You can help me wrangle the ram.
I will.
How do I do? I am so small.
I don't know. I
I
believe
will
it's not
help
really
him
I don't believe it's really like about brute strength. So, you know.
Well, animals also don't like me.
That's fair, I guess.
And I'm not allowed in the city.
And so I gotta wrangle the ram. So I wrangle the ram, then that satisfies their tribal traditions, which should give me a voice. And if I get a voice, perhaps we can get the gates open for everybody. / convince them to stop being dumbasses.
You're yelling that?
Yeah.
Wasn't the whole thing that you needed 2 people? to get voices, so that way you could have.
I believe
like,
I need a witness. Like,
You
I
do
believe
need
that
a-
was how it works.
no.
And I'm not sure if.
You definitely needed a witness, but you also needed enough people to be on that council.
You all can roll a recall check if you so desire. It would be uncontested using your instinct or expertise, trying to recall some of the information that was given to you, and this is always a success. How big you roll determines how big of a success.
Only a 3 from me.
I rolled a
Alright.
5.
I rolled a 5
Ooh.
as well.
It's a 3 on the die, plus 1 because I used my expertise dice, and then I have, as an ability, history attribution culture. I assume that counts. This is
Yeah.
I assume this is a culture check.
Oh, I
Seems
just
like a check.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be a 5 for you, Rob, and then Krishna, you got a 5 also. And so I'm going to say that this is happening as you all are meeting up with your party members who have been left outside.
What was Krista's roll?
Yeah, so it would be uncommon knowledge that each of you get. I do have to say I don't like how it puts the name below your roll instead of like on top of it. That's a little weird, but I've got it now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, common knowledge. Bassineth told you this, and everybody would get this at the 0 rank. And the rest of the party gets this at the 0 rank as you look around. Bassineth told you that the Mythrite beast is important to their culture. It is that mithril goat ram creature that roams the mountainsides of Motomalima. Those of you who are sitting by the gate, you can see mithril coated bones all over the town, and you can see 1 or 2 of these beasts in pens and stables, and all of these bones are like used either in decorations or in tools or things. And so you would know that this beast has some significance to their people. For Krishna and Easy, at that 5 tier, you are both going to be aware that Bassineth told Easy that it's not about beating up or subduing the Mythrite beasts. This is all about how you problem solve, and if you are good enough of a problem solver to gain a voice. And Krishna, I think you would also get that from, you can see the reverence at which they treat these creatures, and that, you know, any ritual involving them would not be some brute force thing. That the few who are left that are interacting with some of these animals, it is a much more emotional bond that they share.
okay.
I think if I'm giving any information to help lead you all, I would say for Krishna, you know, there's more to it than just meets the surface. And for Rob, you are on the right track in terms of getting a voice. You probably do need somebody who can witness for you that's a part of the people. I would say both of your paths start with gaining more information, because you don't have all of the puzzle pieces currently.
I turned to everybody. Well, we can either go talk to the others, figure this out, or probably need to go talk to I want to say bassinet. I know that's wrong.
Bassinet. Close enough.
See, there's an H. It's the extra H.
Yeah. Bass is fine.
Go talk to Bass.
I mean, you can. We could also just leave them and then try to do it our own way. You know how to make the thing. We don't need what they have.
This isn't about the weapon anymore.
I'm not gonna stop you. I just don't know how to help.
I think, frankly, if I have to go talk to Bass, I don't think you can help. So maybe you guys can talk to my soft-named buddy with the big heart, or something. Figure out more about this trial while I go smooth things over with our Calcan friend.
I could do either.
I don't think you're allowed in, so I think you have to talk to the guard.
Did she go into the town, or did she go like back to Southcrest?
She is around the village.
Okay, well then I guess. Then I guess that's where I'm in. I thought I was.
I mean, if you want, we can head into back to town and see if like they have any books in like the bookstore or anything like that about like mithril rams to get you information on that.
Do I know anything about these rams? I mean, I'm not from Southcrest per se, but
Yeah, I would say.
I'm a mithril maul. I wield a mithril plated weapon. I'm from Red Axe.
Yeah, I would say your time in Barbador, the city inside of the mountain, you have probably seen enough of these things on the roads and paths up there. They are hulking, terrifying creatures, and the thing that is scary about them is while they are these giant, maybe 6 feet wide, maybe 5.5 feet tall, standing on 4 legs, and just huge, monstrous ram creatures. The thing that's probably most terrifying about them is why will you expect them to be bull-like and slow and clumsy. The mithril has replaced most of their body, and it is an incredibly lightweight metal. Just how goats and mountain rams just jump, these things are very fast and very light, and they charge and ward off caravans and things that get too close to them with surprising agility. They are generally passive unless you get too close to them. I don't know if you guys have ever seen mountain goats, but like you pass by a mountain and there's just goats standing precariously on a super dangerous rock. And you're like, how'd you get there? And then you just watch it leap straight up like 8 feet into the air. And it's just like, oh, that's how. And that's the same thing with Mithrite beasts. Like you see it and it's like, wow, okay, there it goes. Scary mithril mountain goats might be a more apt title for them. And that is something you don't have to roll with. You are aware of these things.
That's
Okay. Yeah, no, but I don't know.
So Easy wants to head into town to into the village to talk to Bassaneth, and everybody else is talking to Grothrin.
I mean, I'm not. I don't know if anyone else is.
Okay.
I will.
Okay. Let's see. I think I'll handle the party talking to Grothrin first, and then I'll handle Easy.
Ooh, I can't see what Easy does though.
Okay, well, I'll flip-flop. I'll handle Easy, and then I'll handle the rest of the party.
Yeah,
Easy.
waiting for this bullfight for a while.
There's not a lot of fanfare to this village. Like I said, I think there were only less than 4 structures, permanent structures here, and a lot of either elderly left in the village or youth. And so it's not very hard for you to search and find Bassineth. She is sitting down with a bowl, and she is running a rock through a blue liquid. It seems more so, rather than doing anything productive, she's working out her own frustrations with this weird mortar-like tool that she's using. Mortar and pestle. She's going to speak up and say, I feel your presence.
I didn't want to interrupt whatever it is you're doing.
She's going to set it aside, turn, and start drying off her hands. There is a blue pigment still in her fingertips. She's going to shake her head and say, you know, it's hard sometimes being a Kelkin member. We swore an oath to protect the world, and sometimes that means giving up on the small individual things. Your friend is right. My brother's doomed. But he's also right. I've been forced to leave this place behind.
I don't think he's doomed. I think he's doomed if he insists on doing this himself.
She's gonna nod and say, I know the contents of that vault, and simply acquiring them doesn't make you or turn you into a grand warrior. So what, he's got some powerful new toys, but what he has to do... She shakes her head.
Look, you're preaching to the choir. When I was part of the Lost Fire conflict, I met a man named Eldrick Bertolf. He could kill every one of your family members with a butter knife.
The sad part is that might be an understatement.
The butter knife is so it felt sporting. He just uses hands.
Yeah, and she'll say, I've heard of him. I'd say nasty time, that Lost Fire conflict, but we've been kind of going through our own thing here for the last 16 years.
Oh, don't I know it? Because I did that, lost a finger, and then came home to this. But you're right. So what? He's got a big bow that can shoot divine energy, you know? Put him in armor that makes him slightly resistant to hellfire. Whatever. They don't know what they're doing.
If you need a witness for your ritual, she nods and says, you don't have to convince me. I told you I'd do it. I just couldn't bear to watch somebody else try and fix the mistakes he's made by making the same ones.
It took a lot to not just decide, not so much to make the deal. It'd be easy. But that's the problem, right? Is that it is easy. Simple. But I realized that it wouldn't make me any better than the people I'm trying to save us from. I'm not convincing you to witness for me. You promised you'd do it, and I think you're a woman of your word. I'm just trying to convince you that maybe, just maybe you, your brother, the rest of your tribe, and who knows how many other people I can probably convince, need to do this together. You guys aren't the only people. If we could get every single little person that our responsibilities forget to think just once about wielding a bow that shoots light out of it, then maybe your brother's soul would be fine.
My obligations, first and foremost, are to my oath. To the Kalkin. She shakes her head and says, on that I cannot compromise. It's unfortunate. I can't be a warrior in this fight that you have coming up, but if you can help my tribe, you can help my people, I welcome it. But not in a way that compromises yourself or my own oath.
So I didn't sign the contract. We're doing this thing? I'm doing it on my own terms. I don't care how desperate I get.
She's gonna nod at that and say, you're going to want to talk to Liori. He's an older one in our village, but he's helped more people through the voice ritual than I can count.
You happen to know where he'd be?
She'll point. I think you went into the tent earlier when you came to the town, and you talked to that elderly man. Let me check my notes, but I think you've met this man before. Or maybe I'm just imagining it. But she'll point to the medical healing hut in the near the center of the village, and she'll say, "Come on, I'll introduce you."
Okay.
Walking into this place, it's one permanent resident would be a Pelori man. His skin has paled, losing some of that green pigmentation. He is nearly just bones at this point. As he sits down, he looks up at the two of you coming in and goes, "Rah!" Smacking his lips. Basineth will bow and say, "Wise elder." He's going to say, "Not that old." She's gonna nod and say, "An outsider wants to undergo the trial for the voice." And he's going to say, is he asking questions, or are you guiding him around on how to do it? She'll look towards Easy.
She told me that you've guided people through this countless times.
Do you want an answer?
Sure. Or I guess advice.
He's going to say, that's where you're wrong. You gotta think first. Don't expect it just given out. If you think of something you want, ask for it.
What kind of food do these things like?
They sift through the ash, much like plants. They can eat the volcanic material of the soil itself, digest and sift apart the parts that the materials they need. They have a special gland that helps them assimilate different metals and materials found in the soil into their body. You ever hear of Quicksilver?
Have I ever heard of Quicksilver?
I don't know. You can roll me a recall check.
What would I use?
Your recall is your instinct or expertise. And I'm going to give you information on the common tier. I think that's how I should always do this. Since you can't fail this check, common tier information would be...
So it's a recall check. Is it arcane or cultural?
For Quicksilver, I'll apply it as arcane.
Then I rolled an 11.
So you got you have a 7.
I have the history attribution arcane as well, and then I have arcanist attribution.
Oh, snap. Okay, so that's what? +2/+2?
Yeah, that's why it comes out to an 11.
Okay. Understood. I'm still learning this system, so forgive me. Okay, so you have heard of Quicksilver in your time in the army, and in that mercenary force. Would have came in real handy the other night. Quicksilver is an alchemical concoction. It is basically liquidized silver metal that it stays a liquid without being heated. You can pour it on substances much like a poison, and they will be silvered and oftentimes pierce through a lot of different magical reductions or magical protections. The main thing about it is it is a I guess alchemical like silvered concoction. But yes, you do know about it.
Yeah, I've dealt with it once or twice. Would have been nice last night, but you know.
Yeah, and he's going to speak up and say their gland essentially makes the equivalent of mithril for them.
So they process all that ash and such, and basically make quick mithril. Is that what you're telling me?
He's going to rock back and forth. It's hard to see if it's a nod or a idiosyncrasy. And he's going to say, why do you think any of this helps you in your trial?
Usually if you give a animal food, snacks it likes, provided that's not you, you can help them be a little more docile.
That's good.
I was told this is not about brute force. You have some out there, so there's clearly...
Is docility your goal?
I don't want to kill it. Not useful, or it's less useful dead. And again, that doesn't feel like the point.
I think you're missing one critical question on why we send those into such a harrowing affair.
It feels like cheating to just ask you that. Why you do it.
But it's good to have the curiosity to want to know.
I do want to know. Why do you do it?
We're Milsarai, Pelori. We're creatures of settlements, of towns. When we step onto the mountain, into the place where the Mithrite beasts have called home, they know immediately that you're not welcome there. And they have fear, they have mistrust of your motives, of what you're doing there. If you can convince it that you're a friend, that your purpose for moving through its lands are a benefit to it, then it lowers its hostility. It listens, gives you the chance to form a bond. We're the beast.
So it's about cooperating with an untrusting environment, a wilderness that will reject you if you simply try to dominate it. Feels like an allegory for the entirety of this damned nation.
He's going to nod and say, for my help, I'd like to get paid. He'll take his walking stick and tap at the other side of the room on a table. There is a corked bottle with a little tie to the cork, and say, our village Mithrite beast is out of season and has stopped producing milk. If you happen to find a female beast, Bassaneth, milk it for me. Seems fair for the information I've given you?
More than fair.
Bassaneth is going to exhale and walk over and grab the bottle.
Leo. Hey, baby boy. I see you.
Everything produces milk.
Not everything. Blood lizards don't.
If it... Oh, they don't?
No, milk's a mammal thing.
It's a mammal thing.
That's how you determine if something's a mammal or not. That's why echidnas and like platypuses are mammals.
Bassineth is going to turn to Easy and say, if we're lucky, we can track a lowlands one in just a few hours.
And if we're not lucky,
She'll shrug and say, by the time we get to the steps of the mountain, maybe within a day we'll find one.
fun.
Bass will tilt her head and say, do you have any more questions for him? He's not going anywhere. He'll
No.
shake his head and say, Merrick will be back. He went to the city for some more supplies. Caravan's late again.
We should probably get going. I don't have any more questions.
All right. As you depart, I'm going to switch over to the other group of players. You all are sitting with Grothrin. If you all are just watching him, you can see he is playing a guard game that he has developed himself. He has got a circle drawn into the dirt and several rocks in it, and he is throwing rocks into the circle, trying to knock other ones out while he sits on a nearby stump.
I think for now, like with Krishna's the one holding the cursed medal, right?
Yes.
Think I would basically turn to the group. Hope, you said you're gonna go talk to them.
I can, yeah.
Okay. Well, I am going to go ahead and take Krishna somewhere that we can safely deposit this medal. I don't necessarily want it just spreading around and causing more mayhem while we're just going about. I tend to like my plans controlled. That being the case, if you want to meet up with us, there's this lovely little tea shop that I was going to go to after we get done there.
I'll find my way there eventually.
All right. Lovely. Krishna, are you okay with going with me?
Yes, that's totally fine.
All right. Well, I'll leave this to you, Hope. Me and Krishna are gonna head out. And Krishna, you're not allowed to tell other people where this place is.
Am I allowed to write it down
No.
for my...
It's best if you don't know. The only reason I'm taking you there is so I don't have to touch the metal.
So I'm being blindfolded.
You're not being blindfolded. I feel like that would just get me stepped on a lot trying to guide you there.
I'll
right.
check for sure.
Hope, you are sitting with Grothrin. Do you want to say anything as he plays his game of stones?
Can you teach me how to play?
He'll look up and say, yeah, but warn you, I'm the best player in town.
Oh, we'll see about that. I pick up games pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I would say this is like a harder form of marbles. If you've ever tried to knock marbles out of a circle, it's easier when the circle is on a flat surface and they roll. This is an uneven dirt. And unfortunately, it does become a little bit of a strength game that Grothrin doesn't seem to have,
Okay.
which he seems to be substituting with a little bit of precision.
I played Jenga in a moving RV. I got this.
It's true.
Yeah, Grothrin will say, if I do a good job, Merrick said he's going to give me one of his fancy weapons next.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not that I need it. I could take out somebody trying to get into the village pretty easy.
Of
He'll,
course, you look very strong.
Pull out a dagger and say, this was my mother's. I cut a throat with it like, ah! But,
Do I still have my Okium dagger?
oh, the one you borrowed from,
I should still. It's just that with a new system,
Yeah.
I assume I still have. Okay.
yeah, you'd have it. As to what exactly its effects are, give me a week.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool. I'm just gonna keep that in my pocket. Okay.
He's gonna say, but if I had one of Merrick's fancy Kalkin weapon, yeah, nobody would ever get even as close as you are right now. They'd be so afraid.
Interesting. I don't suppose there's any way I could get my hands on one of those weapons.
Merrick's, she's going to shake his head and say, Merrick's only given him out to people helping the village. You do enough here and he might give you one.
Mm-hmm. I don't suppose I could win it from you with the game, if you do get it.
He says, no chance. Before Mom left, she taught me not to gamble important stuff.
You got a good mom.
He's going to keep throwing his stones, and you know what? I'll roll him a percentage check if he's got anything interesting on him. Yeah, I think he'll pull out one of the most interesting little mithril charms you have ever seen. Probably pure mithril, like shaped in the form of a tiny owl with its wings out.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll say, I made this. I'll play it for a game against something you got.
Let me see what I got.
Yeah, and I would say you've got all of your inventory that you've had throughout the campaign. As to how that translates for this system, for everybody on stream, we're still play testing this system. But you've got those rings, and I would say as you look at those rings, you realize a lot of the magic that was in them, that you kept giving to other people, was inside of you all along.
That's true. I don't really need that ring. Well, the ring is kind of obsolete.
Then you've got
I have a sea stone. I have my great clothes. I want to keep those. I don't know how that item works anymore. I have a hat of wizardry. I don't know how that works anymore. Okay. We'll go ahead and just say the ring.
okay.
I'll put my ring up for their trinket.
So I think this is going to be using your contest die
Okay.
against him. And This isn't going to. Well, actually, yeah. Let's do it as a move check, using your contest die. So you're going to roll, and you're trying to beat him as you are throwing these stones. And he is trying to knock a specific one out. So you're rolling and doing the interact with one item in the environment.
Okay.
As you guys are throwing stones at the same time.
Check one, environment.
3, 2, 1, go! 3, 2, 1, go! And it would be like a couple rounds.
Oh, I hit that because you heard the go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh, you rolled already?
I did one, yes.
Okay, you were trying to beat a 4. You're a little quicker on the draw. You get a stone out, and he's gonna say, "Not fair. Best 2 out of 3."
Deal.
3, 2, 1, go! And he's gonna go first this time.
Yeah.
And you're trying to beat a 3. Oh wow! You beat him by 1 twice in a row. And
Just a bit
yeah,
faster.
he probably rushes his throw a second too soon, and he's gonna say, "Best out of 5."
You sure you want to keep losing?
Oh.
He's going to brush a hand forward and say, "Now make another one." And he'll offer you the
Excellent.
mithril owl.
I'm gonna reach out and take it and shake his hand. It was very fun playing with you.
I'll evens odds if he's a sore loser.
If he's a sore loser, make him pony up the dagger.
He's
I don't need his basic dagger. That's
going
what his
to
dagger.
shake his. He'll shake your hand, but he'll say, "Yeah, I'm better at killing stuff, anyways."
That's fair. I'm really bad at killing stuff.
I'm one of the best warriors the village has left. And I would say as he gets to that statement, Easy and Bassineth come out of are walking towards the exit of the village. Bass is going to say, "Keep training then, Grothrin. They'll need you." She'll look around, look to Hope and say, "Where's the rest of your friends? That devil snatched them off?"
No, they ran up to get some tea, I think. I'm not really sure.
She'll nod and say, "Well, we've got to track for the next while."
I'm gonna wave it easy.
I hope. Do I see the owl?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the trinket. Is it like a necklace type thing, or is it just a piece of?
Yeah, it is literally just like a it almost looks like a piece of crystal. It's just like a rigid action figure, almost like a clay doll, I guess, kind of.
Okay.
And it is no bigger than maybe 3 inches.
Okay. Then yeah, easy should be able to see it. I haven't put it in my clothes yet.
Did you get the owl?
I was taught this great game, and I played for it.
I let her win to be nice.
You kicked his ass.
You had a chance.
Wow.
Oh, I know that talk. You don't spend that many years with a drunken military dwarves and not know how a sore loser talks.
I'm gonna sneak a wink. It's easy.
You'll get him next time, but you'll get her next time, buddy. But yeah, we gotta go track one of these.
Oh, the boar? Okay. How do you do that?
Will, determination, checking the land. Actually, Hope, you're probably really great at this because
I probably am really great at this, actually.
you're probably really great at this. Both actually because like at least D&D Hope is crazy wise, and survival's a
Yeah.
wisdom skill. But also because truly speaking, this quest is befriend the goat, and I have hope.
I have hope as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at making friends. Let's try it.
Well,
Like, I'm half positive that Hope radiates such an aura that we'd find one, and it would be like, "Oh, Hope, what's up?" and dap her up, and then we'd be done.
I almost feel like hope is literally glowing because the emissary path and chose it. I don't know if probably not literally, but that's why I went with the highlights version.
Hope, you took the skill forage, which is
Yes.
do you remember
Specifically-
what environment you took for it?
Yeah, so I have it in the description right here. No, I didn't.
You
Or no,
took-
I'm looking at the wrong one. Yes, I took the
Okay,
aquatic.
marine. Okay.
Marine.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, right here. That's where I put it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd let you kind of cross skills, like you can
Okay.
kind of track what
Excellent.
or like. Well, I was going to say that, but I don't think like
Oh, come
the
on.
marine translates well to like mountainous environments.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
said,
take forward more than once. I won't, but I won't right now. I won't retcon my abilities, but just for the future.
oh, you want to gain multiple environments?
Could you? I assume so. As long as you spend it again.
I hadn't considered it either. But yeah, I'd allow it. It's only a 10-point ability.
Mhm.
I think I'd reduce the cost to 5 to take another environment.
That
'cause you're
sounds
not
fair
getting
to
a
me.
whole ability.
Okay, cool. Again, I'm not gonna do it right now, but cool.
Okay. So, anyways, I think Bassaneth would do her best to track this all for you. And she would lead you all to the areas where these where the Mithrite beast would congregate. A lot of the magma trenching on Moto Malima kind of controls where the magma and lava would flow, and it's going to make areas on this side of the mountain much more sparse for those super rich areas of volcanic like soil, and the ones that have happened over here are going to probably be abundant in growth, and that would be the areas that she goes to and starts searching. And Bassaneth is pretty good at this. Makes you wonder why you left why she left her tribe when she seems to be a natural. You go to one of these spots that would be a common feeding ground for Mithrite beasts, and you find nothing. She leads you to a second one, and you find the evidence that some large creature was there. And about 3 hours into this, she finds tracks, and those tracks lead you to a path where you see kind of broken rocks and broken fresh shrubbery along the mountainside, where these beasts have either been clashing with one another, climbing, leaping, or scraping or sharpening their tusks or their horns on. And eventually, I would say that these things get so fresh where you kind of start passing by some of these broken like mountainside brambles and plants that you smell that kind of minty smell of like a moisture laden tree that's just been like snapped or so, that you can hypothesize that you're like probably 5-minute walk in any direction of wherever this thing is away from it. And that's where Basineth would kind of like take the back seat here and say, all right, from here out, your main goal is not to get gored. You want to get it to let you into its space. They're decently docile creatures until you get close, at which point it is going to try and ram you off the mountainside, and it's got much better footing than you. So
Honestly, I think Easy could take it.
Define take it. Like in
It's okay,
actual
survive.
combat, or like survive the goring.
I think you'll survive the goring,
Yeah, I think I can survive the goring.
especially if I'm near you. We'll be okay.
all right.
I'm definitely going to be hiding behind you, if that's not clear.
Oh, that's fine. I figured that's how this is gonna work.
She's going to say, oh no, they don't try to kill people or things that mess with them. They punt them and let gravity do the rest.
That's okay. I feel like that's a very loose. Anyways, yes, okay.
And she's going to get quiet. The further you guys walk, you can start hearing this creature. Love, could you post the first banner, please? So the Tails and Twists system has a feature called banners, and these are kind of like the mechanics of the narrative. And right now you are in the domain of the Mythrite Beast. Just like Liori told you, you are entering a space that is not your own, and that presence, as you creep closer to one of these colossal wild creatures, kind of causes all of your nerves to rise. And so this banner, the Mythrite Beasts are the masters of the mountain, and you are in their domain. Until you are welcomed here, I'm going to get a bonus to all of my rolls against you currently.
Okay.
And if you see, let me make sure you got this posted, Love.
I see it.
Okay, I'm going to pull it up on stream so people watching can eventually see it. We'll have these banners eventually implemented into Fari. I just kind of ran out of time tonight. So one of the things that this banner has is the ability to remove it. If you calm the beast, this banner is removed from play. It also has 60 resolve. If you can think of another way to remove this, and you want to try those things, successful attempts at trying to navigate the domain of the beast, I will slowly lower the resolve of this, and if you ever get it to 0, then I will also remove this banner. And I don't think I'll give examples. I think
Okay.
we'll just roll, and I'll let you all explore as you do. So you feel your nerves rising, and I think climbing the mountain, you walk along a small ledge that's, I would say you're not very high into the mountain at all, by the time of where you've tracked this, and there are these jagged rocky outcroppings of these lowlands, and you're just kind of weaving between climbing up like a sloped edge and then walking and navigating these lying down rocks. As you probably do like as you climb like a fourth one through these rocky outcroppings, you're going to notice a mithrite beast is sitting or laying down. It is a large creature, and I have an inspiration image. I'm gonna go to the scenes, and I think, did you make me a thing, love, where I can put just the thing's image in there?
No, I forgot to.
That's fine. I'm gonna post it in Discord, and if you feel like, oh man, I would love to see this while you're watching the stream, join the Discord. Plug. Where is it, love? I thought you messaged it to me.
No, it's the reply. I replied to it.
Haha, I see it. Alright. It is a wide-looking ram of a creature where you would expect expect bones for its hooves, teeth, and horns. You see fractured mithril making up most of its body. It looks over to you, and as you stand on this outcropping, it is also going to stand up, taking notice of you. It exhales, going.
All right, I'll open it up. I'm gonna wave a greeting to the boar.
Bassineth is going to say they don't understand common or common greetings.
Yeah, you always have to try.
I don't know how I want to approach this. See, because it's like you don't like because she says they don't know common, or it's like, okay, are there things they do know, Bass?
I'm gonna go ahead and just touch your shoulder and share blessing with you.
Because Easy's move was to kind of go broad, you know, like they tell you to get bigger than the bear. Like, but hands out, you know, trying to like. I don't want to like pose, you know. I want to both like. I don't want to look passive, but I also don't want to be like, see, I have a weapon, and like I want to be like, hey, buddy, we cool.
Bassineth is going to say, when I did this, I got rammed off the mountain on a much higher slope about 9 times. By the time I climbed back up the 9th time, it got tired. I sat with it for a night, and eventually it just stopped. But she's going to
believe in you.
Shrug and say, everyone's methods are different. Mine's always to think with my head first. And that's using my head first as a weapon.
I like this girl. It's a kindred spirit.
Well, they're also whatever race you are.
Bassineth will roll a recall check for any additional information she might have on this. Oh, and she's going to think for a long minute, and say, they are angry creatures, but they are also playful creatures. She'll gesture to some of the rocks that have been scratched with its horns. They do like breaking stuff.
Easy's gonna look around because Easy's actual first thought was, well, he could probably break me. I'm pretty durable. But then Easy's also like, maybe I should get like a big rock or something. Maybe I can play fetch with this thing.
I think you need to just wrestle into submission. I'm just going to keep on giving you healing from the side. So just take as many minor injuries as it takes.
So what are you thinking? You're gonna try and play fetch with it?
So first of all, I'm going to. Oh my gosh! Wait, can I grab a big rock and like use my battle bond special trait to like try and use that to bond with the mithril beast?
That's why these banners have resolve. That's not something I'd initially think of, but I'm here for it. Go ahead and...
What is a rock if not a large weapon?
Go ahead and give me a try it action. Let me read your battle bond thing real quick.
I feel like actually how this works is that it'll be like, neat, now when I gore you, I get a +1. Like, that's not at all how it works, but it's almost kind of like, you know.
You have armed the board.
I think I'm leaning more into the flavor of it, right? Like, hey, we are mithril coated badasses.
So, we're gonna be combining some actions here. You're gonna be using your bond mate trait, which lets you give a creature of your choice a weapon. And you have a bond together. And so to do this, we're technically doing a try it. And the rules of that try it, I am going to use a reason check. So essentially, you're going to be making a reason check against this thing. And regardless of what you roll, you are going to shave off some resolve. If you beat it in this reason check, then you will shave off a crap ton of resolve.
What is a reason check in terms of like dice?
You are using your world die against me. So let me go to your character.
That's my instinct.
Yeah.
And you get a +1 from me.
Yeah, Hope gives you a +1, and you're trying to beat a 9.
Can't do that.
What are our chances? Excellent.
Wait, we do like a kids on bike style explode, right?
Yeah, if you roll max, you do grow.
I rolled 1. I rolled a 2 because Hope is helping, but
you are going to.
How many minor injuries do we get? Let's see.
Let's get some. For stream, let's get some good old fashioned.
Ooh, wait a second. Does this have the dangerous trait?
You?
Yeah. Does this action have the dangerous trait?
I would say it does not.
Okay. I just wanted to check. It would not change the actual outcome of this roll, but it would add 1.
Yeah, I would assume not.
Okay.
So you're just handing a weapon.
Easy. You are going to toss it. That stone, picking up one, twirling it around with a great heave, you can toss it over to the next stone outcropping that this thing is standing on. I love the creativity and I love the attempted problem solving. I don't have a pencil, and that's what I need for this. Let me grab a pencil, and I'm going to shave off.
You know, Taylor, I want to say that I think really there was only two options. Either I rolled that one or I rolled a 6. There's no in between. This is not a 3 roll.
I'm going to
This
shave
is
off
not, yeah, I believe.
15
I start feeling it.
resolve. It's got 45 resolve left on this.
Yo, I think that was great.
And
The best one I've ever rolled.
as you throw this,
It throws you.
as you throw this stone, it within like a few seconds, or maybe a second of this thing leaving your hand, the creature has leapt into the air and is going to crash straight through it towards you. You have a moment as this Mythrite beast is landing head and horns first, descending onto your small platform. So essentially in this system, moments are like rounds in D&D. You have a moment of bullet time. If you want to do anything, you can. But yeah, this creature is about to crash down right in front of you.
It's about to crash down right in front of me. I assume that'll have some kind of like impact force. Like I really probably shouldn't be like right here. Where's Hope? Where's Hope? How behind me is Hope?
I would say you're all within touch of each other.
Shit.
Can
I push Hope?
and Hope are like right behind
I'll be
you.
okay.
Yeah, you can shove Hope out of the way. I won't even make you roll for it. Oh wait, don't you have that feat that lets you move people out of nowhere, or?
I have suplex.
Oh, you have suplex.
You're gonna
That's right.
suplex Hope?
What?
No, that's fine.
Oh no, you're talking about the Wait, you talking about the RKO trait? I didn't take the RKO trait.
Yeah, that's fine. You can shove Hope out of the way. As you do, this creature is going to crash
What
down.
does my armor do?
Your armor exists
Okay, cool.
right now. I'll message you.
Right now it's for flavor.
No. There is a system, but I will message it to you after this. Essentially, if you take an injury, you can reduce the quality of your armor, and not take an injury. It's optional, but there's other stuff that it's like a little complicated right now, so I'm trying
Armor
to simplify
breaks.
it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it does not break. You can repair it.
Oh, okay.
We are very adamantly against durability breaking your armor, but we do like the idea of armor having a function of like, look, a sword's coming at you. It's like, I've got good armor. I'm good.
Alright.
Okay, so, wait, it rolled a 4. It is going to crash down, and it is going to shove. It's going to punt easy straight off of this outcropping that you're on back to the grasslands below, and it is going to.
Do I not contest that because I opted to save Hope, or?
No, it's actually this creature's ability that it's uncontested. It just it crashes down in front of you, head down, raises its head up into the air, horns scooping and throwing you off of the outcropping. You don't take any damage. You are moved 2 range stages away from it. So where you were close to it before, you are now far from it. Or I'm sorry, you're distant from it. You can look at it at the outcroppings above you as you tumble down below. It turns and gets ready to move on Bassineth. Bassineth is going to say, shit! Turn and run and slide down the mountainside as she gets off the thing. It continues to look at you. Like I said, territorial, but not really aggressive in terms of like violent.
Is there another big rock?
Down here? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let you find another one. Round 2 of this?
Is it particularly round? Could I bowl it at the beast?
So I would say you're downhill right now.
Okay, so I mean yes, but it would be very hard.
Yeah. What I think I would do for that, I would just increase the size of the dice I'm contesting you with. So yes,
No, I
but
think-
I'm gonna
I
roll a
think-
d12 against you.
No, I don't think I fully appreciated the geography. I still want the big rock though.
Okay.
Uh,
I
So I'm
think.
still up on the hill.
Oh, yes, you were shoved off of this
Well, this is off,
platform.
okay.
But I would say you were able to maintain your footing because you weren't yeeted off the mountainside.
Okay.
I would say you're out of the sight of this thing, Hope, so it's not really concerned with you.
I'm gonna start running back over. Okay.
You want to climb up onto its platform again that it just claimed?
Yeah,
Hope,
Okay.
no, you might get punted.
that's okay.
Hope.
I have
uh,
armor that may or may not work.
Hope, as you climb back onto this, it does take notice of you. It turns and it is going to lower its head and exhale as it gets ready to charge. It is communicated purely to you as a warning. It is about to get violent with you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold my hands up and just slowly walk backwards, and try to make myself as unthreatening as possible.
Okay, Chris Pratt, Raptor Walk.
Yep.
Let's do it. I don't think you have to try anything with that. I think you have the emissary path
I
currently.
do have the emissary path.
Yeah.
I have not
And-
taken dangerous action.
Yeah, and I think it's going to respect that as you back away. And if you keep walking, it's going to turn back and look at Easy.
That's not what I wanted.
Weirdly enough,
Oh, okay.
demonstrating some amount of intelligence as it sassily sits down, not trusting your ability to get that rock up here.
Oh, I feel so challenged now. So I assume that it sees maybe that I had that inkling of the bowling trick, and it's like, bitch, you're not going to accomplish that.
Yeah.
And now I feel challenged. So now, like, I feel like if I carried the rock, he'd be like, "Yeah, that's right, you're dumb," and I'm like, you know, yeah, my machismo is being challenged by a boar.
It's a giant ram.
Yeah,
A magical ram.
but in a way, I almost feel like stooping it to its level is the move, right? Like, if it's gonna be, you know, like maybe that's how we build our camaraderie.
You're going to actually throw the boulder at it again?
I want to throw it like, okay, so maybe not the motion per se, but you know, if you've ever like, you know, like rolled the ball out to the dog or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I have to like overhand chuck it, because one, it's a rock, and two, the terrain, yeah, but like the idea isn't to hit it with a rock. It's like
Get attention.
it's like get its attention and be like, hey buddy, a rock. You
Okay.
know? It's like an aggressively playful motion.
It is not at all applicable to this situation, but by the way, you can currently breathe underwater.
Yes. I mean, if it punts me any harder, I might end up in a lake. So.
I'm going to say you can carry this rock closer because you are currently distant. Now, you can carry it closer to close, and that's again where this creature stands up as you approach, and then from there you can roll again. You're trying to beat a 7.
What am I? And it's the world die again, or is this
Yes.
something else? Because I'm making the. Okay.
And
Yeah,
you do
I
not
think
get my
this is
+1.
still the reason. Chat.
Do they keep my +1? Is this to the next roll?
Boom.
No, they don't.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. 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 Boom.
Oh, that blows up. Roll again. Roll again. Roll again.
Does it become a D8?
It's permanently a D8 now,
Okay, hold up.
and you get the bonus of your next roll too to this.
All right, you have a 25% chance. You got this.
Well, you just need to beat a 1. You're trying to beat.
Oh.
I rolled
7.
a 10. I rolled an 8 total.
Oh, it adds to it.
Yeah.
Do I wait? Am I still? Do I still have Hope's bonus?
No.
No, you do not.
Okay, that's an 8 total.
So, you are going to, get close. It stands up. Like, how you want to describe how you're doing this? Because I'm imagining like.
Oh,
on your back foot.
I have accomplished my goal. I accomplished my dick measuring contest with a wild beast. I bowled this boulder over to him.
Isn't this
Okay.
a female?
As it goes.
I feel like it looks like if you've ever watched like when the people do like the like the big curve shot, you get like almost that double underhand sort of like whack.
Yeah.
Like, I got real tricky with it. If anything, to further illustrate, like I did that motion basically. So not only does it get up to him, it like curves in, and I feel almost like drifts in front of him. So like it's not only like, ha, you didn't think I could do this, but also it's like I feel like very illustrative that I was not trying to harm the creature.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
So-
after it lands in front of him, I'm definitely gonna do like a thigh slap and like a what?
As it lands, this creature is going to raise its head to the side, tilt it, and then crash its horns down, shattering this boulder. You do see that it is impressed with you. And I'm going to lower the resolve on this to 22 left on this banner. The creature is going to shake its head and run its hoof along the rock, waiting for the next one.
I will go find another rock and attempt to repeat that feat of strength.
Okay. I'm going to move back to a D10 contesting you instead of a D12 because you did it once. And I think, like, you probably got a little bit better idea of this. But it's not going to be easy. You got to beat an 8.
Why do you do this to me? I have to blow this dice up. I've had to blow it up every time.
Doing something difficult.
It is a big boar.
I know, but it's
Big
I don't.
angry boar.
It's more like conceptually that like literally I have to roll an 8, right? There's no ambiguity here. If anything, I am double
keep in
checking.
mind, I'm adding a D4 to all of my checks.
That is actually fair. That is fair.
That
That
banner's
banner is
got
in play, the
easier.
domain of the Mithrite beast. But I will say, if you
It's a 3.
Okay. and
Alright, see if you
roll,
landed a lake.
a 8.
It rolled an 8. I rolled a 3.
Yeah. So, you are going to attempt a second. You're gonna attempt a third boulder. I would say that this one doesn't make its way up the mountainside, so I'll still remove. I think I'll still remove another 15 for that, but the more fearful part of this is that this creature is going to get frustrated with you. Like Bassineth said, it is a playful beast, and you have started to provoke something in it. It is going to stand. Well, it is standing. It is going to come off of the rock and come charging around you.
Catch it. Suplex it.
So it's charging at me?
It is not charging at you. It moves down and it is running around you, dragging its horn into the dirt, breaking up some of the ground around you. It stops.
It's drawing a circle. It wants to play the game from the village.
Oh my god, we're sumo wrestling.
It stops and it's lowering its head in the same way that it threw you before. You have a moment as you are about to get yeeted by this thing.
I know you mentioned that it has that ability, but given I have this moment, can I square up?
Yeah, you want to try not to be yeeted?
Yeah.
Suplex the boar.
Yeah.
Give me a clash action.
What do I roll? Is that a contest die?
Yeah, you're gonna roll your contest die against this thing.
Real quick. Where was it? Follow up. I have follow up, so I can. Since this is a clash, can I clash twice then? And how does that work?
Yeah, sure.
If I can.
Is
it like 2 tries to pass this check?
Yeah,
Is it cumulative?
Two tries to pass this check. And you're
Okay.
trying to beat a 10.
That's a 2. And then the next attempt was also a 2.
Beautiful.
Okay, it was. Okay.
So
There wasn't like it didn't. Sorry, Safari wasn't like good about updating. Like wasn't looking at the chat, and the pop-up is not great about indicating that you rolled twice.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm watching. And I would say you have failed by more than 4.
Yeah.
So I am going to wait. I have 2 opportunities, or since I was just technically against one moment, I'm just going to take 1d4 to weigh you down in the future. That said, though, easy. You grab onto one horn, getting ready, and you plant yourself, and this thing sweeps up. You can hang on. It comes back down, has you in a better position, and flings its head to the side and sends you rolling and tumbling over the rocks. You have successfully removed the banner. You have not calmed the creature, but it's not adding a d4 to everything as it continues to play with you. It starts charging at you again.
I am going. If it's charging at me again, I almost imagine this as okay. So you said it threw me to the side, right?
Yeah.
So I hit the ground, I roll like a fucking upturned car. I'd like to think that I managed to kind of artfully get to my feet, even if it's not quite the most finessed thing in the universe. See that, and it's just okay, buddy, and then I'm charging it.
Okay. You're clashing now straight against its contest die. You're currently trying to beat a 4 as it scoops its head low. You've got another moment.
This is another moment, so I have the option to roll twice. I can do that every moment, right?
Yes.
That I assume basically that works like advantage, and I got a 6.
Yeah. And I will say, you can choose an option. You've won the clash check. You can choose an option off. Well, I guess technically you haven't won the clash check. It failed its clash action. So in the way that would look, and maybe I need to make that clearer in the follow-up. So, this is my brain learning the system. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
So I think the way that looks as this thing comes to yeet you again, and you are trying your best to keep your footing and contest this, you are going to hold on to one of its horns. It flings you up. You hang on again. And then goes again to throw you to the side like it did before, and you manage to keep your footing as you are on the ground. It is a little sad to see that you have not been thrown, and I would say the more you try and hold on to this thing, it is going to kick back, raise up its legs, and get ready to crash its head into the ground right where you're currently at. You have another moment before this happens.
What do I want to do? Because it's about to slam me again.
Mm-hmm.
Can I forage a snack? I'm just watching this.
I'll let you forage here.
Just find some like
I'm
nuts
going
or something.
since this isn't your domain that you picked, I'm going to give you half as many results, if that's fair.
Okay. I need to roll a uncontested world check. Okay.
Bassinet is going to shout from the bottom of the slope, "You're doing great!"
Okay, so it's about to hit me again. Feel like I need to take a proactive action, right? Not like just brace. Like,
Well,
we have.
you are currently, if I'm like thinking of your action right, you're clinging to this thing's horn. Are you just trying to hold like your footing on the ground, like you let go of it?
No,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
I want to wrestle it.
I would say if you're clinging and you're not letting it throw you, like that thing where somebody like holds onto your back and you smash your back into the wall, that's happening with you in the ground.
Can I? So, I mean, it's big, it's strong, right? So I don't know how much footing I can. Like, I feel like I'm holding on, but I don't have footing. But maybe I do. That's so. Like, it feels like it's gearing up to like to slam me, and I'm wondering if I can like try to like throw it first.
Yeah, you're going to feel this.
Basically,
thing.
I want to yeet it down the mountain.
You're going to feel this thing is not it is very powerful, and as long as it has its footing, it can do all of these maneuvers on you with its strength. It's not very heavy.
I mean, I know how to wield mithril, so I feel like I have a feel for that.
Yeah. It's got essentially bird bones that are super powerful, dense metal.
So would that be a clash check to try and to throw it? Like, how would that?
I think this would be a move check. To try and throw it, you'd be trying to change the range between you and a creature by one stage. And that would be like...
Is it a move action that's dangerous to the both of us?
You want to add danger to this?
No, I don't want to. I have suplex, and I'm going to be probably asking you for every opportunity in the universe that I can possibly use that. But I'm not trying to injure this thing. But I don't know if it's trying to injure me.
It sounds like it is.
I also do not know how the dangerous trait works.
Yeah. So what
Full disclosure.
What I will say, I'll let you add dangerous to this if you can describe to me in this moment how easy turns it from just dangerous for him to dangerous for both of you. Because yeah, easy is definitely in danger right now. I don't think the creature...
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can make... I don't know, like, because the thing is I feel like I have, like, like that, like that almost like I'm gonna say anime thing, right? Like you're holding on to like the bull, the horns, right?
Yeah.
But like I don't have this like intense grip on it, right? Like I don't feel like I can like underhook the horns and be like, cool, either I take you down or you take me with you. Like I feel if anything, the check where I wanted to wrestle this thing would be the establishment for the later, like, okay, this is now a.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to suplex it, but I don't think that covers the feature.
Yeah. So how about this?
So in essence, I feel like I'm conceding. I don't think I can make that argument to you
Yeah.
because I don't think I have the leverage.
How about this? I think Easy's got to take one for the team. And get this slam.
Get a little trampled. It's
Oh yeah,
on
actually, I
him.
guess if you say that, so I guess you could make the argument that like, so in my brain I was imagining that, so it looks like, you described it as like if somebody's on your back, you're just basically gonna like take the dive, right?
Mhm.
With them attached. So, and I'm almost imagining this as if you go by that cliche grabbing them by the horns thing, like I'm gonna fling them sideways. I'm almost thinking like, ooh, what if I just use his momentum and perform what amounts to a gator roll?
Okay.
And I feel like that technically, because like I feel like in essence I am putting myself at risk to get the like leverage to throw him, but I don't know if that makes it dangerous for the. That might just be flavor.
Yeah, I will let you do that, but I do have an alternative offer for you.
I'm listening.
If you take this hit, I will let Easy for free kind of sense and get a read on the personality of this creature that he has engaged with.
I'm down with that.
Okay. So it is going to slam you down easy. It is mostly trying to create space, getting you off of its horn, rubbing this metal mithril horn against the dirt and ground below it, digging into it. And I would say this is not something that Easy can survive easily without a injury, and you can let go before it does that to you. For the first time, like, this creature has been in complete control of its space. For the first time, it hasn't been, and it was afraid of you. Like, you get this really sense of fear from it that, like, while you were playing, this just turned into something that is not playing. And whatever, like, I would say that from that moment you have that read. I'll give you one more moment before kind of the energy of this shifts. But I would think for the first time, Easy senses fear in this thing.
So I feel like what I want to do is I think I do want to let go, right? Or at least ease up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if putting hands on it is smart, but I feel like I almost want to like I want to try to, like, even if it means taking the injury, like pet it, like, whoa, buddy, sorry, like almost try to acknowledge, like, hey, like acknowledge that maybe we took this a step too far. Like, I'm not threatening. And I just think of that as like almost like a pet, like, whoa, like tapping out almost.
Yeah,
You can tap me in if you need.
Give me another world check. we're gonna do a reason check, and you get to use your world dice. You're trying to beat a 2, which I don't
got a
think is very difficult for you at all. I just mostly wanted to see if you were gonna beat it by 5 or more. And as you do, this creature is going to lower its head again to scoop you and throw you. But there is kind of that. It kind of has that same energy of okay, what's going on here? And I think there is a pause between you and the Mithrite beast. You can pet it for a moment before it is going to back up from trying to eat you. It still watches you, but it looks up towards the mountainside.
Where I am.
I would say, Easy, you are on the precipice of success.
I'm just trying to think of what the next move is, right? Shit. So they basically eat metal, right? That's the gist, right? I mean, they eat they kind of process ore.
Yeah.
Emmy's muted.
I'm sorry. I was talking to Insomni. Yes. And I lost track of time, so we'll be finishing up in a few minutes. At the end of this.
I mean, so they basically process ore, right? But
yes.
would they eat actual mithril, or is it the act of
Yeah, they eat mithril.
So
it's one of their
basically
favorite things to eat.
So what Easy wants to do, and I feel like this is a biggish moment for Easy, is Easy has his mithril maul insignia. Which I would imagine is made of mithril. It's just not pertinent because it's not a weapon. So Easy wants to take that off and kind of palm out as a peace offering / snack.
I like it. And I think it's going to look at that. And it's gonna eat it, Easy.
I'm gonna make sure that it's with my bad hand, just in case I lose more fingers.
Yeah, there's kind of that uncomfortable feeling of metal teeth against your skin, as it clumsily does, and as it eats the thing, it's going to nudge you again, kind of forcefully, pushing you a step back. Doesn't seem as aggressive as it was before. And I think Bassaneth is going to stand up and say, okay, looks like she's not angry at us being here anymore. I witnessed that.
Is it a she?
I hope it's a she. We came here to find a she.
Well, optimally we found a she because perhaps we could milk it. But I wasn't exactly seeing if it had, udders while it was trying to throw me off a mountain.
Bassaneth will go and, Bassaneth isn't welcome near this thing. To the best of your ability, Easy, probably not a she. And I would say same thing for Hope too.
Oh, okay.
Nah, you're just a big guy.
Bassaneth is going to brush her hand forward and say, we don't have to worry about Liori. He'll get his milk soon.
I'm gonna call you Hubs.
It shoves you again, and it will drag its horns through the ground, breaking up some more of it. That said, what if we end here for the night and we pick up next session?
Works for me.
All right.
All right.
So next session, we'll explore Laya's haven, and then we will also go back to the village, and you'll have a voice.
If only I could have a saddle.
I don't think this thing is tamed. I don't want to give.
No, it's
Not yet.
With time.
No, I hope it's gonna come in next. That's when it gets tamed.
Me and Hooves riding into battle to kill the judge. We're gonna yeet him off the mountain.
He can't contest it.
Okay. So,
Hopefully, he can't contest it.
So for each time you failed a check, Rob, I'm sorry, I forgot to be telling you this.
Right, because we get turbo tokens, right? I
You get experience. yeah.
get experience.
Yeah, you failed like 3 times.
I did.
Against that creature. So go ahead and mark 3 experience on your experience track for now. And in the future, we did change this rule, so I will let you all know, and I'll put it in the rule book. In the future, you don't get experience when you fail. You get experience when you fail, and you describe what your character's failure looks like.
Okay.
And that's
It's a word for your
mostly-
experience.
Yeah, I want more narrative and roleplay out of this system. It gets very mechanical in my current playtest, so I'm trying to find ways to add more narrative and roleplay back into it. But that was mostly on me just being kind of like, so, ooh, let's go, that I didn't give you guys the opportunity to. So still experience for failing, you're fine.
I mean, I tried here and there, right? It wasn't just like, oh, I can eat it. It's like, no, I can eat it. I kind of like, barrel roll, hit my feet.
And I think what we'll do is we'll ask several questions. I haven't made the end of session questions, but
Okay.
I'm gonna make these right now of what's important to me. Did we learn something about each other during this session? In terms of your characters.
I don't think so.
Nothing new. We
Okay.
learned that Easy is stubborn. That's already new.
Did we learn something about the world?
The boar is really hard to tame.
Okay, I'm gonna put that as a yes.
I was underestimating this boar.
And did we learn something about the story?
Nothing new.
Oh.
Well, we learned that village has at least one old guy in it.
Yeah. And they have a game where that's like marbles. What was the name of that game?
Rocks.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Trademarked by Grothrin.
Excellent.
Love that guy.
I assume next scenario,
I'm adopting
or
this
no,
village.
next session, we'll have some more
I'm their dude.
building with the other smart character in the Haven.
Merrick?
No.
But yeah, I just want you to know that, Emmy. I'm adopting this village.
The
I'm down
entire
for it.
village.
I'm their dad now.
More ways than one.
And the 4th question, what's the... this isn't the question. I'm just trying to think, what do I want the gameplay of each session? Did something cool happen tonight?
I wrestled a boar
And I would
made
say
of
that's
metal,
yes. So
and I won.
I think that'll be the 4 questions, and I'll put that in the rule book. Did we learn something about each other? Did we learn something about the story? Did we learn something about the world? Did something cool happen? And if we get at least half of those, we'll do 2 bonus experience for the night.
I was very surprised there were no injuries during that fight.
Well, not everything in this system is about inflicting injuries and killing people.
Mhm.
One of the
Yeah,
things
but
that
also I
the
was thrown around a mountainside and wrestled down to
People
the
were
ground
like
by a
40
large
feet.
boar, right?
yeah, and
I get where Taylor's like, oh, that's shocking, because if anything should have produced even a minor injury, it really feels like
Getting
that
thrown off
sequence.
a cliff kind of sounds like it hurt.
Yeah.
yeah, you weren't that high up though, and I think Easy's a tough nut.
I don't think falling off like a 6-foot drop would it be.
No, you'd be more.
That said, all of the things the creature has that dealt injuries, it didn't use.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
did
you didn't
have
get like
the
gored or anything, thankfully.
capability. It was going to gore Hope, but she didn't do anything dangerous. And then it's one thing that it could do that it almost did do was it creates close dangerous terrain, and then when it starts tossing you around and those jagged broken up areas that it keeps making, then you start taking injuries for each stage of movement you're being thrown through it. Just being skidded across like rich soil, you're fine. Being skidded across like jagged broken stones and soil and stuff, that's when it gets a little scary. But that said, everybody go ahead and mark 2 more experience.
Yay!
And you don't ever level up. You just get more ability points.
So when you hit 5, does that you meet the condition? Like, I don't need to get a 6th one?
No, you gain 20 ability points when you complete the track.
So once I get the 5th one, boom, resets 20 ability points.
Yes.
Sweet. I get 20 ability points.
And that will be it for us tonight. I've turned off my camera at the request of my wife, so I'm waving goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much. That was our first time playing this session. This system, a little bit rough, but we'll smooth it out. Goodbye. Good night.